Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good this evening, and welcome to this evening's live. Um, I'm going to start with a small opening prayer, and then I'm going to go into the demonstration because I just feel that the prayer is necessary and needed. And it's going to go as Father, Mother, and Spirit God. I invite you in here this evening to help me do your work. I ask you to use my voice as your voice. I ask you to use my healing hands as your healing hands. I ask you to provide messages and divine guidance to where it is needed most. And to those who might not be lucky enough to receive a message, I ask that you know that their care and their love is still with them nonetheless, and that all that communicate and all who tune in this evening feel your love, guidance, and care today, tomorrow, and every other day. Thank you. Okay, so I done the open prayers. I felt sometimes I don't do the opening prayer, and I think it's important because it just sets the pace. So, anyways, it's good to see your name anyway. I'm going to get going. Who will I pick out? Could I work with Donna Ray, please? Sorry, Donna Roy. Donna Roy, please. Thank you. Hi, Donna Roy. I hope you're doing good. Okay. Donna Roy, the first thing I tune into you and what I'm getting from spirit from you is I have a girl. I want to go talk about your energy first, and we go to the description of the spirit. I very much and just say yes or no as we move through it, just to keep us on track. It's okay if you can't take it or you can, whatever. It's just to keep the thing in flow. And that's all you have to say, just yes or no to whichever parts. What I want to say is I have the first thing that springs to mind as I say your name out is I'm drawn to a girl, or I'm showing a girl with black hair. And I feel that they want to talk about, there's a girl in spirit, I feel for you, who's got black hair, and she's got a long skirt, and she's got like a scarf. And the scarf is kind of, I don't know if I'm going to do this very well, but like there's like little frills at the end of it, or like treads, we'll say. That's the word, treads. And what I want to say about this girl, first of all, is I'm drawn to her. She seems a little bit trendy, and she's wearing a long black pencil skirt, if that's fair to say. And she's also as well showing me a pair of boots. And she's saying to me that I feel with this lady that she's quite trendy. And I also feel as well that she's a bit of a dancer, because it's like she's jumping up and down, and she's kind of like doing this little bit of a dance. And it's like she's ready to get going, okay? And she's telling me about your energy lately, and she's talking to me about your hair. And she's like messing up your hair in a fun way, and she's trying to help you loosen up a bit. She's trying to help you have a little bit more fun. And she's telling me that your body and your shoulders and stuff is a little bit stiff and a little bit rigid, and she wants to just loosen you up and kind of like get your energy and your limbs moving and kind of get energy flowing around your body again. She's basically, this lady, I feel very strongly with her, she's very much larger than life. And what I mean by that is I feel that she's basically a dancer. Okay, I'm glad that you can take this. And I feel with this lady that she's a bit of a dancer. She's given me words now, and she's talking to me about being silly, and she's talking to me about being a silly girl. And she's saying to me that she needs to get with it. And she's just very much like this lady. What I want to say about her is that she's very much... what would I say here? She's very much one of these people. She's not sitting around. She's grabbing life with both hands, and she wants you to grab life with both hands. And she's talking to me as well about what would I say here with this lady? I'm showing this lady basically as I'm looking at her and tuning into her, or whatever. She's saying to me that I feel like this lady, she's very much, I'm showing her heart. It's just glowing. And she says about her energy space. And it's like, she says that I was a deep thinker, is what she's saying to me. And she's saying to me that I was very much in tune with things around me. I thought an awful lot about things. And I was very philosophical. And it's like, I feel with this lady as well, it's like she's very much, it's like taking in her surroundings. I do want to say with this lady as well that there's a connection to nature. And I do want to say with this lady as well, she shows me like trees and plants or whatever. And it's like, I feel like it's a park. It's not her own, but I do feel her out in this park or whatever. And I just see her, it's like, I want to say with this lady, okay, I want to say this lady is a little bit of a hippie. If you would take that, I think hippie is the best word to describe her. I hope that makes some sense in that respect. And what I want to say with this lady or whatever is, I feel like she was really in touch with the land, and she was really in touch with the energy of things. She was just really, really in tune. And I do want to say with this lady as well, whatever she's saying to me, that you've had a lot going on. And she's also saying to me as well that you've when I see somebody's body, and I think she's talking more about you, I do feel that they're like, when I see the rigidness in her, she tells me that she tells me basically with this rigidness in her, it's like or sorry, with you, sorry, it's like it tells me that you've been through a lot, that your body is what would I say here? I'm not, probably not just the best. I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. That your body basically is in stress mode. I also feel as well there's been a lot of chopping and changing in relationships around you. I feel in your personal relationships and in your immediate relationship. I feel there's been lots of change around that or whatever. And she tells me that you're shook. And she tells me as well that your energy is frazzled. And when I say the word frazzled, it's fried, that it's had a lot to deal with, and there's been a lot of intrusions. And this lady now, her job is to bring you what she wants to work with you with is this woman knows how to have fun. She knows how to analyze life but move forward from life. And what she means by that is, yes, we have to feel our feelings, and yes, we have to absorb and take things in, but it's different when we hold on to things and it all becomes stagnant and stuck. And this lady as well, I feel like she tells me, could you understand, is your parents in spirit? Because she talks to me basically about parents, and I feel that maybe I feel that your parents in spirit. I want to say that both parents are in spirit, because I do see a mum and a dad in spirit. Actually, now that I feel this is her parents that may be in spirit, if you can take that. And I do feel with this lady or whatever, she talks to me about being reunited with her family, and she talks to me about being back with mum and dad again, and she has a lot of love for mum and dad, and she tells me we're reuniting and we're healing. We're all healing together. This family, I do want to say, has had a lot of their own problems in life. I do think that when you think of this family, you wouldn't think about love and light and healing, but they're certainly in that place today. Life certainly has an impact, and as it does impact all of us, but it's how we deal with it is what this lady wants to say. She has a lot of love, I feel, this lady, for her dad. She's looking at her dad or whatever, and I feel that he's revered. She's giving me the word revered. I do hope you can take that as well, or that makes some sense to you. But I do feel, as in with dad or whatever, I'm feeling with this man a heavier bit of a pace with him. I do feel with this man or whatever, he does talk to me about with this woman, or his daughter rather, that at times maybe he wasn't as loving and as embraceful as what he would have liked or whatever. He does tell me that he was a very stoic presence in her life. He was a very strong presence in her life. He was a solid presence in her life. But when it came to feelings and when it came to adoption and stuff like that, he might not have been as what would I say, good with that kind of stuff as what she would have liked. And I want to say with this lady, I'm coming back to you, and I do hope, can you take the mum and the dad being in spirit, and can you take what the dad has said about or would the description of the dad and this girl, the daughter, make sense? I do want to give you as well the name Carol. I don't know if this is. I want to give you the name Carol. They're throwing out the name Carol at me, whatever. What I want to say about you, and this is the main essence, I'm going to wrap it up. What I want to say to you tonight, the most important message I want to give back to you is this. The body has to be more loose. The shoulders, she wants them to come down. She wants you to relax. She assures you that your body is just keeping a score of things that is no longer in your present. And frozen on my side. Okay, isn't frozen? Is in your side is frozen, or is in your something, your internet frozen? I'm not sure. But look, what I will say to you tonight, and I'll just wrap it up. What I'll say to you tonight basically is, she wants you to lighten up. She wants you to grab onto life. Try and move out of fear mode. I know these things sound very simplistic in as opposed to how difficult they are. But this lady, her message to you tonight is, she wants to. It's froze for me too. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Can everybody else see and hear me? Can everybody else hear me? Oh crap! I don't know what's going on. Refresh the page if you're having issues. Five. I don't know what way. I can hear you. What did you say? I can hear you. If you're having pages, okay. It's I can see everything loading up in real time, so I'm not sure what's going on. It was frozen. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Look, I suppose. I hope that everybody can still see and hear me in real time. Just I suppose, and just I'm not sure what you could hear, what you could not hear, but just the key thing with this lady, and I suppose as long as you can understand the description of the lady, she wants to help you enjoy life, move, be more agile, get you moving again, and she wants to help take away that fear. But more importantly, she wants to keep you in the present, but she wants you to try and find some enjoyment and to live, because life is so much worth living, and there's so much love and light ready to come for you if you choose to tap into it. But this lady is very much about fun and very much about just enjoying yourself and just being in the present moment. I hope that made some sense. I'm sorry that the thing is frozen, so I don't know what's going on there. So look, we'll just keep going. Okay, thank you so much, Donna Roy. I hope that I don't know if you can still hear me or what, but look, we'll just try and keep going. Could I work with refreshed, still frozen? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Could I work with Christine Campbell? Christine Campbell, if you're there. Just let us know. Because I can see the comments loading up and there's no problem with internet connection, so I don't know. Christine Campbell, are you there? Okay, I'm going to have to move on. Is Dawn Johnston there? Could I work with you, Dawn, please? Okay, so it's not actually on my internet connection, is it? Or is it actually a Facebook issue? Because Facebook chat and YouTube chat. No, Kaylin Brown, the comments all load in real time, just here. So at YouTube, all of it comes up for me together. So I'm not actually going between any two or whatever. It's Facebook. That's fair enough, because I didn't know. I was like, because it's my internet is fine, so I can't see any connection issues on my side. But look, we keep going. I can't see any comments. I can't see any comments on the two girls I called out. So I'm gonna have to go with could I work with Kaylin Brown, please? I'm going to work with you because I can see your comment coming up. Could I work with you, Kaylin? Just let us know if I can, and just say yes or no as we go through it, please. Thank you. God, Facebook, it's so annoying. Yeah, it can be tricky at times. Okay, so Kaylin Brown, just let us know if you're still there, if the comments are working. Yes, perfect. Let's get going. Okay, thank you so much, Kaylin Brown. Just have to ground myself. The first thing I have, Kaylin Brown, is I have two males step in. Is dad in spirit and is granddad? I feel granddad is definitely in spirit, but I also feel that dad may also be in spirit. And the first thing they bring me in is they're telling me that you're feeling quite sad lately, and they're bringing in this tissue. And they're talking to me. It's like I can see. It's like you're blowing your nose, but they're telling me that you're quite upset. If that's fair to say, I also feel you might be a little bit nasally, and I do feel as well that within your energy, whatever, that they tell me that you're clearing. That's the key word they're giving me. They're telling me that you're clearing and that you're starting to come out of your own self, and you're starting to process your own feelings. I do feel as well that what would I say here with this man, whatever that I have in spirit, whatever, I do feel with him that he is what could I say here? I both granddads are in spirit, but dad is not. Aaron Spirit, that is not okay. I'm going to tune in more to the description of your grandfather. So basically, I have a man standing in front of me, whatever, and he takes on quite a wrinkled appearance, or whatever. I do feel he's got quite an old skin. He also brings me as well. He's showing me his tash, and he's shaving his beard, and he's grooming his beard. And it's like he's tidying himself up a bit. He tells me as well, I had problems shaving. I had problems with my hands, and I needed other people to do my bit of shaving and my bit of grooming, he would call it, to do it for me. He does talk to me as well about a wife, and I do feel there was a wife here in I feel his wife is in spirit as well, but he talks to me about his wife that was caring for him. I do have a lady step forward, and I do have a lady that's kissing him on the cheek, and this lady takes on blonde hair, blonde curly kind of hair, and kind of combed down to the sides or whatever. It's kind of short, or whatever. And I do feel with this lady that she was nanny, and I do feel that there was a lot of love between these two, and I do feel there was what would I say here when it comes to caring? I do feel there was what would I say here, like a lovely, gentle energy around them. And what I mean by that is, I feel that with these two, it's like that they were that she worried about him, is what I want to say. But this man as well gives me the strong connection that his hands may be sore, and it's like he tells me as well that I have problems lifting things up or whatever, and I feel that it was somebody cutting food from, very attentive to him, looking after him, feeding him, is what I want to say. I'm not sure if you can take this or not. And I do feel as well with this lady that she tells me like that she was there's like a very softness in her voice. This man, what I do feel is he takes on a very slow energy. I'm not sure. Okay. I do feel as in with this man as well, he talks to me about taking on a slow energy, and it's like he's just slowed right down, if that's fair to say. And he just talks to me about taking things bit by bit by bit. Fair enough, you said you're not sure. I do feel as well, is your grandmother in spirit? Because I have a woman here as well, and I have like I feel like her hair was kind of blonde, and she's got like a little bit of hair dye, or it's like a streak in it. And I do feel with this lady that Charlene Shall says she can take this. Okay, we'll just see where we're going. I feel like I'm still working with Kaylin Brown, to be honest. So I'm going to stay with Kaylin for now, if that's okay, Charlene. This lady, basically, I feel that she's got blonde hair. It's like she's got like, she feels a little bit trendy, and I'm just seeing this in this blonde streak in her hair or whatever. But it's like I do feel with this woman or whatever, it's like she's looking after this man. There's a lot of love, and she's like, I'm looking after this man. I want to make sure that he is okay, and I want to make sure that he is fed. And okay, and I feel with this woman, what I want to say, she's very much like what could you understand this lady showing me it's like she's showing me a trolley, and it's like she's pushing a trolley of food towards this man. It's like a tray. And I see your granddad sitting on a couch or an armchair, we'll say. And it's like I see this trolley coming along, and it's like she's taking off food and she's giving him food, whatever. I just feel with this lady, she's with this man, and it's like she loves him an awful lot, and he loves her. And it's like they're just from my granddad. Yes, both my grandmothers. Okay, but okay, fair enough. But I don't know who, if that is the case. I just feel with this woman, did she care for him though? As in, I do feel there's a lot of love between them, and I do feel that there's care. I do feel that she's minding them, and I do feel that like with this lady that she's I do feel with this lady or whatever that she's I've just been showing not doilies, china. I'm showing china plates. I'm showing a china teacup. I'm showing like little doilies. I'm showing like tea sets. And I just see this lady coming along on a trolley, or it's like them small little trolleys, and I just see her serving out tea. I feel like she had a really good etiquette when it came to her home. I feel she had a really good etiquette when it came to I suppose hosting people, if that's fair to say. Okay, and I just feel it with this couple as well. Could you understand? And I want to be very clear. This lady is talking about china sets, and she's talking about china cups, and she's talking to me about doilies, and she's showing me a biscuit, and I do feel it feels very grand, is what I want to say. And I do feel there's like a really good etiquette with this, that she had lots of beautiful china that my granddad brought back from the war, but they were both in the Canadian military. Okay, that would make sense, because she's talking very strongly about the that would also make sense with the etiquette, because I do want to say with this lady, she had a strong manners, really strong manners, and she had a very good way of what would I say, proper. She was very, very proper, is what I want to say. With the man coming in, and this, and let's get, and they're very clear with me. What the next man is saying to me, and I want it to be clear. Could you understand why? And again, I know it can be difficult the further back we go. Yeah, she was very fashionable and always looked very nice. Okay, I thank you for that. I do feel as well with the man. Okay, the man basically, I do feel with his arm, he's telling me that my arm was sore and that this lady cut up food for me and she fed me, is what he's saying. It's saying she cut up food and she fed. I don't know if I ever met. I don't think I ever got to meet my granddad. I believe he might have passed away before I was born. Okay, but I suppose, yeah, to make this more back about you, and that's the whole point of this as well, is to try and bring this back to you and what's going on at the minute. And just let us know what she's saying to me is this lady at the minute. I want to give you the name Mary or Maureen. I very much after getting those two names thrown in at me. And I also as well want to give you the name Joseph and Jared, if you can take that. And I do feel basically with this lady I have with me right now, and what she wants to say about you is she's talking to me about you being quite nasally, okay? And I don't know if you've got allergies or whatever, and again, I know we're not supposed to do medical stuff, but she just basically is talking to me at the minute. She's saying you've got it all going on around the nose, is what she's saying. But I do feel with your nose, she's bringing it's like she's talking to me about you clearing your nose. So I'm not sure if you can understand that, but she wants to talk about you clearing your nose and just kind of freeing up your airspace, if that's fair to say. And she just basically tells me as well that she's saying to me that she's just doing this around your hair or whatever. And she's saying to me that you're getting your focus on. She's also telling me as well, you've got a lovely smile. And she's also telling me as well that you're quite you're quite, I would say you're quite light. And what she means by that is I feel people, when they talk about Kaylin, that Kaylin is kind of known to be a little bit light and kind of, what would I say, you come across as one of these people that kind of takes things in their stride, but you're quite, like all of us, let's put it to be told, but you're kind of very, she would say you keep a lot of stuff in and you can be quite deep, but to the outside person, it doesn't look like you're taking in as much, but you can be quite sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just at the outside, you try to brush things off, is what she's saying. And she's just basically saying to me that there's allow the clearing to happen and allow yourself. She's talking to me as well about your clothes, and she's saying to me as well, I feel like you wear quite I'm drawn to, like, I want to say, like, your wardrobe would be a bit not unusual, but it wouldn't be, it'd be unique. It'd be very you. You wouldn't find anybody else around who would dress quite like you, is what I want to say. And she's saying that your uniqueness is your godliness, and she just basically wants to admire that, whatever. I do feel you're very, very different to how these people are. You're much more of a free spirit. You're much more laid back and relaxed and kind of, come as you go kind of thing, is what I want to say. But I do feel that at times for you it can be a little bit. I think sometimes it's getting yourself in order and assertion and trying to, I suppose, communicate with people about things that's important for you can be a little bit difficult at times. But I do feel you're very different to how these people are. These people are very etiquette and whatever, whereas you'd be much more of a free spirit. You wouldn't take those kind of things as serious or whatever. But I do feel with them that they're very much around you to help you be confident in your life and to strengthen your life and uphold your life. I hope that makes some sense. I'm not sure if you were able to take much of that or what, but look, thank you for letting me work with you, and I hope that made some sense. All I could do was just give it as best as I possibly could, and the signal slowing down before that kind of put us off as well, but thank you. I'm going to go next with could I work with Eileen Piphop, please? Thank you so much, Kaylin. I'm sorry if it was a little bit all over the place, the message. I apologize. Just let us know if I can work with you. Where is that girl gone? I don't know if she's still there. I can't see. Could I work with Dawn? Yeah, Eileen Pipbob, please. Could I work with you? Eileen Pipbob, perfect. Um, and just yeah, yes or no as we move throughout it or whatever. Just some bit of interaction is better than nothing. Thank you so much. Okay, Eileen. I have a man here, okay? And what I want to say about this man is I feel he had a problem with his heart, and he tells me that he had a problem with heartburn. I do feel with this man, he tells me that I was taking self-made cures for heartburn is what I want to say. And I do feel with this man as well, he tells me that I was doing a bit of a botched job on my health, and I was putting plasters on when I really needed to be going to the doctor and when I really needed to be getting something sorted out. I do feel with this man as well, he talks to me about his insides, and he says to me, he talks to me about an inflammation on his insides, and he talks to me about having it's like heartburn, or it's like what would I say here? It's like I feel maybe there was ulcers or there was just something going on inside with this man. And what he's talking to me tonight about is he's saying that I kind of put things off a little bit too long. He also talks to me about letters, and I'm not sure if it was a medical letter. I do feel it was some sort of a medical letter. He talks to me about having to get some sort of procedure done, and he says to me that this procedure didn't work out, or I didn't. I let it go way too long, and he's saying I let it go way too long, and in the end, yes, okay, thank you. And then he says I let it go way too long, and in the end, then I kind of let a small problem. I put it off and put it off and put it off, and then eventually, it got way too long, and it went on for too long, and it caused things to really rupture, is what he wants to say to me. I do feel as well with this man, he talks to me about having a surgery done, and he talks to me very strongly about the throat, and I feel there was like some camera or the surgery that was done, and I could feel something going down his throat, and I could feel he talks to me about his insides, and he talks to me about surgery around the throat or whatever, or the chest area, whatever. I do feel with this man, cancer, and yes, I do feel with this man that I'm not saying that it's not cancer, but I just felt with this man, he's very strongly showing me his insides, and he's telling me that they were on fire, they were inflamed, and he's telling me I had surgery here around the throat. It's like it wasn't on the throat, but it was like around here starting off. And it's like I feel it would have been very difficult for this man, should he have survived the surgery. I do feel it would have been very, very difficult for this man to really live, and for his body, whatever about the mentality, but for the physical body to really recover. I do feel there was a lot of work this man needed, and it would have been not been able to be repairable. I do want to say with this man as well, I feel that he was a single man, if you can understand that. And I do feel with this man, he tells me that I was kind of happy enough doing my own thing. He is showing me as well a bicycle and him cycling a bicycle or whatever. And I do feel with this man, he tells me that I was a plain kind of a man, and I done my own thing, and I took things as I could, as I went along, and as I moved through things, is what I want to say. Just let us know if you can take that. And I do feel as well with this man, whatever, he was a musician. He's taken out an accordion, and it's like I'm just showing it's like accordion, whatever. But I do feel as if there was some sort of musical instrument around this man. I do feel he liked to play music, and I do feel as well with this man that he liked being kind of. He was a very simple man. I don't feel that he struggled with his mental health, if that's fair to say. I do feel his head just feels like there was just him and his head. I don't feel there was a lot of stuff going on in his head. I just feel he was quite simple, and he was quite connected in this world, and he was quite good at keeping his head where his hands was at, and kind of just getting on and doing what he needed to do. I'm not sure if you can understand that. Just let us know if you can take that part so far. I do want to say with this man as well, that as he tunes in and as he talks to you tonight or whatever, I'm not sure if you're still there. Just let us know if you're still there. I do feel with this man or whatever that he is what would I say here? Yes, my dad. Okay. I do want to say with this man, could you understand why I was getting the description of him being a single man? Was he single? Because I feel he was on his own, and I felt like he was kind of doing things on his own, and I felt like he was kind of I, I felt he was like a bachelor. It just struck me as a bachelor kind of energy, because I felt there was no woman around, and I just felt there was no feminine energy within his immediate household. That's not to say now that he wasn't around females and whatever, but it's just within his immediate circle. I do feel this man in his last couple of years, there was no partner there, if that makes sense. Just let us know if you can take that. I do also feel as well with this man that yeah, as he was talking to you and kind of looking towards you or whatever, he's saying that I think the thing he's trying to say to me at the minute is that there's a lot of there's a lot going on in terms of what would I say here? Patience is the first thing he wants to say, and he wants to keep things practical. He wants to tell you that he wants you to keep things practical, and he tells me as well that he wants to be patient where you're at. I feel you've had a loss of somebody lately. I feel, I'm not sure if you were married. I feel there was a husband lost there. I do feel there was some sort of a partner loss, and I do feel as well with this man or whatever. He tells me that keep what would I say here? Keep your mental health in check. Be practical about things. Allow yourself to just experience things as they are, and allow yourself to work through things one step at a time, one bit at a time. Because he's saying to me that at the minute it's all kind of happening around your mental health, and he just wants to bring back I'm not sure if you can take any of this or not, but look, I'm just going to, I suppose, say to you tonight, I think I'll just to wrap up what this man has to say or whatever. He's around you. He wants to bring a little bit more patience in around you, and he wants to kind of keep things practical as much as he can possibly can. I'm going to leave it there because I haven't heard anything back, so I just don't know. So I'm just going to leave it there. But thank you for letting me work with you nonetheless. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. My partner died in August. Okay, yeah, and I'm sorry I couldn't be. I just tried my best. Just I didn't get any interaction for ages, and I just thought if I don't know, if I'm moving way in the wrong direction or way in the right, and all I can do is just tune in. But look, but thank you nonetheless. All right, thank you. Could I work with Zoe Burns, please? Zoe Burns, please. Why am I calling you Zoe? Zoe Burns. Zoe Burns. Thank you, Zoe. And just try and cooperate. Just yes or no. Just some engagement is better than nothing, because when there's nothing coming for ages, it's like, you don't know if the person's there or what. And it builds the link when you hear somebody engaging, because you just don't know if you're talking to yourself or what. But thank you so much, though. So let's get going. Zoe Burns. Okay, so the first thing I basically have around you, Zoe, is I feel that you've been to a funeral of late, and I do feel that you've had a loss. And I do feel it may have been the loss of a parent or whatever. And I do feel I have a dad in spirit. And I do feel with this man, whatever stepped forward or whatever, he feels that he was quite a pillar in your life. He feels that he was quite strong. I feel he was quite strong in your life. And I do feel he's going quite further back. And I do feel with this man or whatever, he talks to me about having problems with his windpipe. And he talks to me as well about not being able to breathe. And he talks to me as well about, I feel there was something that went down in his lungs. I'm not sure if he had emphysema or if he had some breathing problem, but I just feel with this man or whatever that he struggled to draw breath. And I do feel with this man as well that he struggled at times to, what would I say here? He died of natural causes, okay? And I do feel as well that he died of, what would I say here? His time had expired is what he wants to say to me. I do feel with this man, he was very, very kind. He was very, very gentle. And I do feel with this man, he had a lovely way of words. Is this making any sense for you, Zoe? And he's saying to me as well that at the minute around you, whatever, I feel like you're quite an older person. And again, I don't know what age you are, but I feel maybe you're maybe a person that's roughly in their 50s or whatever. And he does tell me that you're sorting things out. And he's telling me that you're keeping your heart open. And he's telling me that your feelings is kept open. And he's telling me as well that I feel with this man, it's like he was a very good, strong advice. I feel this man would be very good at helping you get it handling on things, get a sense of perspective on things. And I do feel, yeah, I don't know if Zoe is still there or not. Yeah, I don't know if she's still there, but I'll deliver the message anyway, and I'll just deliver it anyway. I don't know if she's still there or not. And what it's just, I know what's going on this evening. I really don't. But I do feel basically with this man or whatever in spirit, he's the person that's going to keep you grounded. And yeah, I don't know if I should continue on, because if the person's not there, there's no point me wasting time. I could be giving it to somebody that is here. I'm back, okay. So I don't know what happened there. Look, I'm going to have to move on, because I just feel like I can't go into the whole message again. But I'll just sum it up really, really quickly for you. I felt like I had a dad in spirit. Okay, I feel that he died of God, I'm just losing the connection now. I feel he's after stepping back, but I'm just trying to relay it from memory now, because this man basically I had in spirit was your dad. I felt you were at a funeral lately. I felt that you were grieving. I do feel with this man that he was quite a good support to you. I feel he was a good communicator. I feel that he was talks to me about issues around the throat and around the heart and about feelings. And he tells me basically very, very strongly or whatever that he's helping you get over things. But I'm going to leave it there, but I'm not sure where your connection is at, and it's just getting too messy now. But thank you for letting me work with you nonetheless. All right. Is Jackie Kennedy there, please? Could I work with you, Jackie? That's my uncle. Okay. Well, look, I'm so sorry that you're after losing out on the reading, and your connection must have went down, and I respect that. But I'm going to have to move on, and I'm so sorry. It's just that it's to keep things moving and try and get to the people. But I'm sorry that you missed out on that. But I hope you got something from it. It's just anyway. Jackie Kennedy, how are you? Okay, Jackie. I have spirit step forward, and the first thing, Jackie, that they say to me is they're telling me that better days are coming. Okay, and they tell me that I have a man step forward, and he's smoking. Okay, he's smoking. And could you understand as well, were you on holiday with this man? Does it feel like you were on holiday with this man? And I do feel, Jackie, with this man as well, he tells me that he talks to me about going on holidays with you, and he talks to me about having a good time, and he talks to me about being at leisure and being at peace. And he talks to me as well about I feel like it was like somewhere like Spain or Portugal with this man is what he wants to talk about. But he talks to me about liking being on holiday and being away from the hustle and bustle of things is what I want to say. I also feel as well with this man or whatever, as he takes out his cigarette or whatever, it's like he's smoking, he's kind of putting it out. I do want to say this man, I feel he was maybe about 56 or 57 when he passed. I do feel you weren't expecting him to go when he did, and I do feel that life kind of changed as you went forward. I also as well, Jack, can you understand this man talking to me about going on holiday with you? Because I do feel with this man, he wants to talk to me about going on holiday with you. I did feel as well with this man, I do feel I'm getting the ages 56 or 57 with this man passing away. For some reason, I wasn't inclined to say that I feel he's a young man, okay? I feel he was a young man, and I do feel that he was maybe this is me. I feel like he's roughly the same age you are now, if that's fair to say. And I do feel with this man or whatever that I feel as well, do you have a partner in spirit? Because I feel that this man was a partner of yours, or he was a relationship is what I want to say. And he talks to me about going on holidays or whatever. And he talks to me about karaoke bars. And he talks to me about the sun. And he talks to me about music and kind of just this kind of a vibe he's throwing off with me. And what I want to say with this man, whatever, he has his hair kind of throwing back or whatever. And he talks to me basically about having to get heart surgery done. And he talks to me as well about, is this making sense? And he talks to me as well about getting the heart having some sort of an operation. Okay, he talks to me about some sort of an operation that he had, and he talks to me as well. He showed me kind of blood on his shirt or whatever. I'm not sure why he showed me that, but he just showed me blood on his shirt, and he's saying to me that he just showed me as well, like the top of his shirt and kind of being a bit straggly, whatever. But he does talk to me very strongly about a procedure that he had done. Okay, he talked to me very strongly about a procedure that he had done, and he talks to me very much about yeah, this man. I do want to say as well, he bringing me back this crack about this understanding of holidays, and he tells me about going away on holidays, and he talks to me as well about being on holiday. And it's like, I feel you were on holidays with this man. Could you take somebody in spirit that you were, or of this description, where you were on holidays with them? I do feel as well with this man, if he was a smoker, it wasn't the bane of his existence, but I do feel there's a bit of cigarette smoke he wants to throw kind of in there, whatever. And I do feel he liked a bit of a whiskey, or he liked a bit of a drink, and he liked it very much. He enjoyed it very recreationally or whatever. He definitely didn't abuse it or anything like that. But I do feel he liked a bit of a drink, and he talks to me about living life in the slow lane, and he talks to me about just enjoying life and living in the moment, and kind of just taking it all as it comes, not getting too worked up about things, is the vibe he wants to throw off. I do feel as well with this man or whatever, I can't take that. That's fair enough. That's okay. I don't really know, I suppose, what else I can really add. I don't really know what else I suppose I can really add, other than that, I suppose. If you can't take it, you can't take it. But I just felt with this man, I suppose, overall, what I will reflect on with him is, I very much felt he wanted to talk about holidays. He wanted to talk about relaxing, taking it easy. And he just very much was showing me karaoke bars, and he was showing me the sun. I felt I was in Spain or Portugal with this man. But yeah, if you can't take it, you can't take it. My dad liked the drink. Yeah, I do feel it in the whiskey, and a small whiskey or whatever. And when you say like the drink, did he like a drink, or was he fond of it? Because I felt with this man, he didn't have a problem with it. I just felt that he liked it recreationally, isn't like he liked the whiskey. And I feel like he was a gentleman. I feel like he was like, a really nice man, but a gentleman. And I feel like he just was really chilled out about life, that his head was just, taking it all as it comes, and just really relaxed or whatever, if that's fair to say. It sounds like my dad. Okay. I'm not sure. I suppose. I just felt like I was. Yeah. If that other person can't take it, they can't take it. Okay. Tony Baker's or Tonya said she could take it. I do feel it with this man. Yeah. So Tonya, I do feel with this man that he was. I very much felt I'm working with two spirits here. One of them is was a relationship with an adult relationship. He passed away at 56, and then I felt as well I was dealing with the dad of this person, and I was kind of getting the two of them kind of together. But I definitely felt with this younger gentleman or whatever, the dad or whatever, he liked holidays. He very much liked holidays. He loved holidays. He loved being in. I want to say Benidorm, but I want to say, I suppose not. That's just someone that springs to mind. But I just feel the sun. Spain, Portugal kind of a vibe I'm getting with this man. And I just feel him like sitting on holiday, enjoying a whiskey, and just enjoying the world, taking it all in as it goes along, and just working, just being really chilled out about it all, is what I want to say. And I do feel with this man as well, or whatever, he talks to me about working hard. And I do feel I got tears in my jeans. I feel he was like a bit of a brickie, or he was a bit of a bricklayer or whatever. I feel like he'd done kind of very physical work. But I do feel this man really liked to relax. And my poppy passed away at 56. Okay. I just feel with this man, I suppose, and to relay the message home and what he wants to talk tonight about is, he very much talks about keeping things in the slow lane, keeping things relaxed or whatever. He does tell me, Tony, and if I feel like I'm working with you. At this stage, I just don't know. I just have to keep going and hope that the person who can take, and if they can't, they can't. I do feel as that he talks to me about you, or he talks to me about his daughter being in a relationship with his daughter being in a relationship with another partner. And I feel this partner, do you have a partner that is quite handsome? Because I do feel there's a partner he wants to talk about that is quite handsome, and he talks to me about them being really intelligent, and he talks to me about this partner being really when I say being really savvy. I feel like he done something with a computer, and I feel that he done something with it's like I feel he got like college behind him and got really trained up. If I'm married, okay, well, husband, partner, whatever way you want to call it. Can you take your husband and being really handsome? I feel he's got IT skills. I feel he's got a good education behind him. He talks to me very proudly about this son-in-law of his, and he tells me that he is quite gifted and he's quite savvy. He's smart. He's talking to me about his smartness and. Okay, and he talks to me about this man being really smart, and he talks to me about this son of. He also, well, I feel like he wants to talk to me as well about his own son, and he tells me that this son of his is, what would I say here? That this son of his as well is also very smart, and I do feel with this son, or whatever, I feel that there's uh, he's educated. I want to say IT skill, literacy. I just feel they're really proficient at what they do. They're really good at what they do, is what he wants to say. And he's really, really proud of them. He's like, wow, I'm so proud of them. I also, well, as well, I don't want to keep banging on at the same thing. Could you also take as well, this man love holidays, because he's really enthusiastic about holidays, and he keeps bringing me back to holidays. He keeps saying, I love holidays. I love being on a holiday. I love being in the sun. I love being away. I also feel as well that you might live somewhere, I don't know where you are in the world. I want to say, I feel like you live in somewhere like England, or maybe Ireland even, but I feel more England. But I feel like you live in a place similar to me where there's not much sun, and that we get the winter, the Englishy, Irishy winters. And I do feel with you, whatever he talked, this man also experienced a similar environment, and he talks to me about getting away to the sun, and he talks to me about enjoying the sun or whatever, and he talks to me about just living life in the slow lane. He also as well talks to me about a family holiday, and he talks to me about karaoke bars, and he talks to me as well about karaoke bars, and like kind of he just loved it. He really, really loved it. Now I live in the USA. Well, I suppose equally harder winters, and even worse than Irish and English winters. But I felt basically, I suppose the reason why I said Ireland or England was I felt this man, I just felt like he was talking about the winter time, and then he was talking about getting away somewhere sunny. So I'm not sure if he was ever in Spain or Portugal or what, but I do feel he wanted to take me somewhere sunny. But this man, he loved the sun, and he loved getting to this, being around the sun, and he loved kind of getting away to the sun. This man also as well has a very young grandchild with him in spirit, but he also talks to me as well about minding a young child in spirit, is what he talks to me about. He talks to me about a child that he's looking after in spirit, and he also talks to me as well about children that is going to be coming into the family as time goes on. He's obsessed with music, but my ancestors are from Ireland. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm going to wrap up the message, but what I will say to you tonight, and thank you for taking it and whatever, because it's what I want to say tonight is he's saying his advice and his suggestions would be tonight is you know that he loves you. You don't need me to tell you that, but he just wants to remind you of how my second son. Okay, he wants to remind you of just how proud he is of all of you. And he wants to remind you that he hasn't gone away, that he's closer to you than he ever was. And he wants as well, he talks about his mustache or whatever. And I do feel with this man or whatever, he says to me that I want you to pray to me, and I want you to ask me for help when you're stuck with things, and know that I will be around you, and know that I will help. Sometimes I see you working with things on your own and trying your best to get on with things without realizing that I'm still there with you to help you the way that I always have and the way that I always will. I love you all, and I'll never stop loving you. And I want you to be to know that you've got heaven's help because I'm there. That's his message tonight. Thank you so much for letting me work with you, Tanya. Thank you. Okay, who can we work with next? Could I work with Lucina Lucine Austin, please? Thank you. Okay. Just okay. Okay, Lucina. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Lucine Lucinda. We'll just call you Luke. Okay. Anyway, um, I feel basically, I have a woman step in, okay? And the first thing she's saying to me, she's saying, oh, she's so intelligent. She is so intelligent. And she's saying to me that she is so pretty and that she is so kind and caring and she's got lovely qualities. Just call me Lucy. And she's just saying that you've got lovely qualities. And she's saying to me that she's really into her hair and makeup. This is you she wants to talk about. So she's really into her hair and makeup or whatever. And that she's turned into such a lovely, lovely girl is what she's saying. This lady, I do feel very strongly, is Nana or Granny, as you might like to call her. I do want to say more Gran. And I do feel with this lady or whatever that she was very much, it's like I just see her sitting there and she's savoring the moment. And it's like she's looking around at the family or whatever, and she's just taking it all in. And she's saying to me as well, as I'm looking at her, whatever, she's taken off her glasses or whatever, and she's talking to me as well. She's saying, I feel that you've had a loss lately. And I do feel she talks to me about reaching out the hand and bringing bringing dad forward. She's bringing a man forward with me. So I'm not sure if you can take as well. I also feel that there may be a dad in spirit or whatever. But I do feel that she talks to me about her son. And I do feel with this man, he's got jet black hair. And I do feel as well with this man or whatever that she talks to me about, she talked to me about his jet black hair or whatever. And she talks to me about him getting a haircut. And she talks to me as well about, it's like I just feel with this man, whatever, he's taken on a younger appearance. He doesn't have his earthly ailments, is what she wants to talk to me now. Is this making any sense, Lucy, sorry. And I do feel as well, no, can't take that, sorry, my dad is still here. Okay, could you understand that this lady have a son in spirit then? Because it might, maybe I just took that it was your dad, but could you understand, is it a son in spirit? Did this lady have a son in spirit? And can you take the description of the man talking with this younger man she brings in, getting his hair cut, and she talks to me as well about his hair getting, what would I say here? No, don't think so. Okay. Okay, well, I'm not sure where I'm working with them, so, but who else said that they could take this person? I can take this also. Okay, I'll just keep going with it, and whoever can take it, can take it. I do feel with this lady, okay? I do feel with this lady, whatever, she talks to me about her son in spirit, and her son getting a haircut, and it's like, I see, it's like he's shaving, I can take that, okay? I feel like it's like I just be talking to this man, it's like he's getting his hair cut or whatever. And it's like he's telling me that I'm starting to feel fresh in myself again. I'm starting to come back to myself again. He's saying that I'm with mum in spirit. I'm now with mum. I'm with Nana Eiling. Can anyone take a Nana Eiling? Because he's just given me the name Nana Eiling. Let us know if you can take the Nana Eiling. But if you can take the Nana Eiling, we're definitely with you. And I do feel with this man or whatever, I do want as well to take out as ever with this man or whatever that I do. Can you take the Nana Eileen part, Natasha? I do feel as well with this man or whatever, it's like he's bringing me in and showing me his thick head of hair, and he's showing me kind of it's shaved to the sides or whatever, and he's telling me my hair is healthy now, and he's telling me that my the hair on my head is quite healthy, and he's saying to me, it's like I've got a new look. I've got a new look. I also feel as well with this man that he liked, okay, well, if you can take everything else or whatever, can you take as well the car? And I also feel as well that he wants to show me about that he liked cars and would have had a ponytail, but it was, yeah, no, I don't feel, I feel as well I want to talk about Nana Eileen. So I'm not sure if anybody can take a Nana Eileen, I don't know. But I just feel he talked to me about Nana Eileen, and he's telling me as well, I want to give you the name Paul, and I want to say with this man that I feel that he's back doing his own thing again, and he's talking about taking on a younger appearance. I also want to say with this man that he gives me a sense of jaundice, or he talks to me about jaundice, and talks to me about yellow skin, and he talks to me about kind of medications and stuff that didn't really work out, and he talks to me about being on a sinking ship. I don't feel I'm working with you, Natasha, but thank you anyway. And I do feel with this man that I do feel with this man, whatever, he wants to bring forward a message tonight, and basically along with this grandmother or whatever, he says that he says to me that what would I say here? he says to me that I'm not sure what Carol means about patience being. I know what you're saying about patience being a virtue, but he talks to me about with the grandmother talked to me basically very much. His dad had jet black hair. His mom, my grandmother. It has to be you then, because they're very clear. Nana Eileen, they're very clear about Nana Eileen. And this man, what I want to say tonight is, he tells me that I'm now back feeling and looking how I wanted to feel. When I was sick, I was not looking the way I would like to feel. Now that I'm in the world of spirit again, I can look and feel the way I want to feel. I do feel with this man, he's showing me a waistcoat, and I do feel as well that he's showing me like it's like a denim, not a denim jacket. It's like a suit jacket. That's it. He's showing me like this suit jacket, and it's like he's putting it on, and it's like he's taking on the suit jacket, whatever. And it's like I feel he's getting measured up or whatever. He's telling me as well. Could you understand the description of this man, that he wore a suit when he died, that he was laid out in a suit? I see this man in a coffin, and I do see him wearing a suit or whatever, and it's like he tells me about looking better when he passed. But he does talk to me as well that the care and what would I say here? Not what would I say here? That I can see him in the coffin really clearly, and it's like his hair is gone grey, and it's a little bit gone faded or whatever. And it's like this man, he tells me he was embalmed, and he's telling me my nose was really big, and he's saying I looked really not me. My features disappeared, is what he wants to say. But this lady that he has, Nana Eileen, comes in, and she's basically minding him, and there's a good connection between these two, and the two of them are bringing each other around. He's waltzing her around the floor. He's bringing her around the floor, and he's it's like he's just shaping her round and round and round the floor. It's like he's just he loves her, and she loves him, and they're like, really, it's like I want to say with this lady as well, that she's got the Nana Eileen, she's got she's got a black skirt, and it's like white polka dots on them, whatever. I do feel she dresses really well with her age. And I do feel as well, this lady, she's got like a lovely smell, just with the like a smell on both sides. And I just feel that she was a real lovely lady, a real nice lady or whatever. I do feel as well, when you say he looked younger, I do feel that with this man, he talks to me about his illness, and he says I didn't look as young as what now he looks young, and it's like he's gone down in years, and he looks more minus when he got sick, and the sickness aged him, and now he doesn't look like that anymore. I do hope that makes some sense for you. He loved mess and pure joking. Yeah, he's very much with his mother, and he tells me about being under her thumb a little bit. But I do feel with this lady, that got a very good energy, and she's got her hand there firmly with him, and she's they're minding each other. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm glad that you could connect that with somebody, because at one stage, all the energy was just hard to know what was going where and who was able to take what. But I can only try and give it out to the best of my ability. But thank you, everybody, for your participation this evening. And thanks, everybody. And we'll leave it at that for this evening. But thanks, everybody, for your engagement, and good to see you all. Thank you.